Hi everyone, this is Billie. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Today I'm going to do a little craft for Thanksgiving, and there's no resin involved. But what we're going to use is possibly some things you might have around the house, and we're going to make little turkeys. So I have dug out a few plastic Easter eggs. I'm going to use this as a body. Now, I did these before, but I used little gourds for their bodies. I have not used the plastic eggs, but we're going to give it a try. So I dug a few of those out. I'm going to do 4 at a time here. And I took these outside and sprayed them with my Krylon pumpkin orange gloss paint. And the reason I did that is because, you know, they're so slippery that I thought if I sprayed a foundation of paint on, then we'll go to acrylics and they would adhere better. So now these were in 2 pieces, so I'm going to take a little bit of my Loctite super gel, and I'm just going to put a little glue around here to close these up and make sure they don't fall apart. Just like that. Pop the 2 together, give it a little twist. Once I get it popped together, oh my goodness, the rest were easy. There we go. Pop it together, give it a little twist, spread that glue around, and there we have little bodies. So let's get some acrylic paint out, and I just grabbed a multiple of colors because I'm going to be using silk leaves with the autumn colors, the fall colors. So I grabbed a few paints that would possibly, you know, match up to some of these leaves, and we're just going to put a little bit here in my little sour cream lid. I use these quite a bit for, you know, putting my paints down. Whoa, I didn't need that much green, but anyway, we'll do a little green. These, some are folk art, some are apple barrel and Americana, but I do have a link to some nice colored acrylic sets in my storefront on my Amazon page in the description. So, oh, I better shake that a little better. So if you're needing paint, there's some really nice sets out there. There we go. A little of that. We've got a little bright yellow here. This is called Sunny Day by Apple Barrel. And here's another green. So we're just gonna mix them up. And I need to use some of these paints up. Anyway, they're getting a bit thick. And this one seems a bit runny. This is another orange. Let's make a little palette of fall colors is what we're going to do. Now this is an old brown, but I'm going to use it anyway. See, it's globbed up there. It's still wet. So I'm just going to, it's wet and thick, but we can still get it on a brush. So I won't waste that. A little red. Oops, lid's coming off that one. A little red. Oops. See the little goobers? I don't worry about those little goobers. Just pull it out of there. And one more orange. Oh, this one's quite runny. Oh, pop that lid off. Oh, it's stuck on there. I usually peel, you know, the dried paint off of that. And we'll just put that in there. Like I said, these are a bit old. Now, you can use a sponge brush. I just happen to have these are Martha Stewart daubing brushes for like stencils, and I haven't used them too much, but we're going to use them today. So I'm just going to take an egg and just start daubing. Let me get a tissue and we'll wipe some of that off. A little green and yellow. Don't need much green and yellow. Well, maybe more yellow, but not that much green. A little yellow. It's going to make a little colorful body. Be sure to get the top of the egg. We're not going to worry about the bottom too much because we're not going to see that. And by the time you're done, you're going to have paint all over your fingers. I could have wore a glove, but we're just going to daub. Just like so. Add a little red. Some of these leaves have red in them. I want to add a little brown. And where I'm holding it, I'll re-daub later because I'm just going to use a little egg tray. I've used this one quite a bit. I'm just going to set that on there till I can turn it over. Set that there and let that dry a bit. And I'm going to go on to the other three. I'll be right back when these are dry. Okay, the eggs are done and they're drying, so we're going to go on to another phase of these little turkeys. We're going to make their faces and their feet. So let me jump in and say I cleaned my brush. And for those of you that want a great technique for cleaning your paintbrushes, is just put a little Dawn or dishwashing soap in the palm of your hand, and you're just gonna swirl, 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 rinse, a little more, swirl, 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 rinse, and your brushes will become nice and clean. And then let them air dry. Okay, I did wash my hands also. So I dug out some polymer clay. Some of it's polymer, some of it's Sculpey, I don't know. I haven't used clay for quite some time. And I pulled out orange is black. I had a little brown of some sort, just a little piece of it, so I used that up. I did orange, and now I'm going to need a little white here. Okay, so first of all, let's make some feet. Now, I rolled out two little balls, one for each turkey, and they're about 3/4 of an inch round. And what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm just going to smash. They're going to be chunky feet. And then I'm going to bring one side to a point like this. Okay. And then, I don't have one right here. Well, here's a little dowel. I'm just going to, looks like a teardrop in a way, and I'm just going to use a pen or a pencil and just pop in these little curves and bring those to a point for the little fat feet. And they're gonna look like that. So I'm going to make two of these. Do it again. We'll just press flat. Bring one into a point. Like that. Go in with something round, a dowel, a skewer, a pencil. Put two little notches in like that. We're going to form those little points. Like so, flatten them out, and they're chunky. Then I'm going to set them together, kind of match those points up a little bit. They don't have to meld together, but just something like that. And then I'm going to take the egg, and I've got the blue one here just for an example. I'm going to take the bottom part of the egg, the fatter part of the egg. I'm just going to roll it and make a dent. So after those are baked, the eggs will sit right on top like that. So I already have 3 sets of these little feet made, and I'm going to put them on a Teflon pan. And now I'm going to make, I had one little ball of that brown. Where did it go? It's in here. And I'm just going to make these tiny little balls. And these are probably, let's see, oh, maybe 3/8 across. Roll a little ball. Then I'm just going to make a point. Let's go around and make a point to where it looks like a Hershey's Kiss, actually. Let's bring it to a little point. That's going to be our beak. And then just to get the curvature of the bottom, I'm going to take that blue egg again, and I'm just going to press like so. And those will be our beaks. Now, every turkey needs a wattle, I guess they're called. So I'm just going to take a pinch of red. I'm not quite sure how much I need, but this has been sitting a while. I'm just going to soften it up, play with it just a minute, get it warmed up, and I'm going to roll squish that one more time. And I'm just going to roll my hands a little narrow tube like so. And we're going to break that. Let me make that one a little evener. Okay, we got a little tube, and I'm just going to pull off a few pieces, maybe 1/2 inch long, like that. And then we're going to make a point at one end. We're going to make this end blunt, little thicker, so it's like a long teardrop. Okay, make it a little fatter, like this. Okay, and with the pointed part, we're going to make a little curve and hang it on the side of one of these little Hershey Kisses, or chocolate chip looking things for the nose. So that's going to be the little wattle, and we'll do that to all 4. Blunt one end up a little bit, make a point. It's like a long teardrop. Kind of round the bottom a little bit. Take this other one, and we're going to just take that tip and wrap it to the top, like so. It's going to be your little wattles, and we'll do 2 more real quick. Make that little point, blunt this end up. Take our little beak there. We're just going to wrap that around. One more. And then we're going to make the little eyes with white clay and a black center. But, you know, I was thinking Google eyes, small Google eyes would work too. You know, that would make it cute. And also, when you paint the body, you can do a solid color. You don't have to dab and daub like I did and mix colors. So, look at that. There's our little beak with the wattle over the side of the nose. I think that's what they're called. All right. Now that I have pink in my fingers, get a little bit of this white. Let me soften this up a tad. It's kind of brittle. Like I say, so many of these art supplies I have just sat for so long, and I just want to use. I should wash my hands. Look at the pink. Maybe the pink will come off and... Well, he'll have bloodshot eyes. That'll be all right, eh? Might have celebrated not getting eaten for Thanksgiving. All right, so yeah, I don't think it's got a little pink to it. I don't think it's going to matter because they're going to be very small. So I'm just going to make, let's see, I need 8 little eyeballs. Just take some little pieces like this. They can be wonky too. They don't have to be perfect circles. That'll be the big one. We got 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. All right. I'm just going to make little balls. Whatever size I picked. Doesn't matter. If they're different sizes, it makes the turkey look a little goofy, which is rather cute. And we'll just do little balls. So I hope everyone's well today. I'm doing all right. Sunday I was beat. Didn't do much at all. I'm looking forward to Saturday night, although we have a music gig outside, and we're down in the 40s now in Idaho. We're supposed to get snow within the next week. So we'll see what happens. I'm not dressing up. I'm bundling up. I said I could just dress up as an Eskimo if we have to play outside. But anyway, okay. There's little eyes. Now let's take one at a time. Just gonna put that on the top of the wattle. See, he's gonna look rather goofy. Flatten it down a little bit. It'll be all right. Whoops. I haven't played with clay for such a long time. Get one over here. That was lopsided, that one. Put one over here. See, I think they'll look goofy if they're different sizes. Kind of flatten that down. Do this over here. Got a speck of clay right there. Get off. Oh, come on, you. Get him like that. And one more. Oh, he's going to have bloodshot eyes. That's fine. Give him some character, right? Now, you could put a seed bead in there if you wanted for the middle of the eyes. Or black clay. You know what? Maybe I'm going to go grab some seed beads. I'll be right back. Okay, these will work perfect. Now I have a little, I don't know what you call this, a stylus or something. Just grab a bead. I'll grab a few beads here. See if I can't grip it with that. Just gonna stick a little pupil in there. Like so. There we go. Now he's coming to life. These are really cute. I don't know how many I made one year. I did save one, and I'll show you that one when we're through. And like I said, it's made with a little gourd. Now, I used to do a lot of gourd art. So let me ask you, and please tell me in the comments if you would like to see me go through some gourd processing, or, you know, how to raise gourds, how to clean gourds, what we can do with them. Because they're quite versatile. I mean, you can paint them, you can carve them, you can wood burn on them. Wood burning is great for gourds. Let's see what else. Oh, there's all kinds of things. I made plenty of bird houses. That's what I started doing with gourds. I went to my first art show ever. Must have been 20 years ago. And I had 49 gourd birdhouses in my booth. Never done a show before. And this was up in a very well-to-do community. And I had everything set up, and the lady next to me said, "Oh, honey, double your prices." And I said, "Oh, are you kidding me?" She says, "No, I'm serious. Double your prices." And they were all beautiful. They weren't just a gourd with paint on them. I mean, they were carved, and some were elegant, and they were really beautiful. Anyway, I doubled my prices, and it was a 2-day show. And when I came home from that show, I had 5 left. Unbelievable. So that got me hooked into art festivals. Anyway, let me know if you'd like to learn more about a gourd, and I would love to show you some ways we could play with those. They're great. Anyway, I'm going to get these on the tray with the feet, and these I'm going to bake for 15 minutes at 275. By then our eggs should be dry, and I'm wondering about, since I didn't use an egg before, there's going to be a little ridge here, and I don't guess that matters, but then I thought, should I put a ribbon on them or a belt or something sparkly? But I think they're looking good enough to where I shouldn't have to do that. But I'm going to bake these, and we're going to get the body and the feet put together, and then we're going to have to protect them with polyurethane. So I will be back when these are baked and the eggs are dry, and we can start building our little turkeys. Okay? Thanks. See you in a bit. Bye. Okay. Our eggs are dry now. They look a little putrid, I must say, but we're going to fix that eventually. They look rather blah, and I don't like the crack showing where I joined these eggs together, so we're going to fix that too. In the meanwhile, our little feet and little faces are dry, so I'm going to get my E6000, and we are going to, oh, look at this. I have to sometimes use my pliers because it gets stuck on the lid, but I'm going to start with a little E6000 in the feet, just a glob. Might as well do all 4 while we're at it. We're going to glue the bodies to the feet. Like this. Move that. Let me just kind of swirl this around a little bit. All right, so I'm just going to find, it's hard to tell which would be your favorite side of these eggs, but we're just going to go for it, and I'm going to put my egg on my feet, just like that. Like I said, we're going to fix that. Place them right side up, so they're sitting like so. Get them all put together here. Feet, so they stand upright. Let's see, I don't know what color. That's got some, well, we'll just get them by golly. Set them up so the point of the egg is on the top. Something like that. Let me look around. This one could go a little further this way. Whoops. I've been fumbly this morning to make sure. Get that somewhat straight up so they're not leaning. All right, now I think I'm going to use my Loctite super glue to put the little faces on. And we are just going to Dab some gel on here. Kind of mix it around a little bit. And I'm not going towards the top. I'm going to put them right about there so they have a little hunchback. See that? Well, just kind of center the nose between the feet. Whoops, stay there. So once I get this last face on, I'm going to take these outside, or not outside, but in my shop. I just have a cardboard box that's on its side and opened, and I use that for a little spray booth. So I'm going to take my Minwax polyurethane. This is a clear gloss, and I'm going to take these into the shop and spray them all over, and that will bring the color out in our paint. And then when that's dry, we'll be ready to finish these little boys here. So I'll be back shortly. Hi, ready to put these little buggers together? I am. I gathered up, like I think I showed you before, some autumn leaves. And I've got my hot glue gun ready. And we're just going to put these little guys together. Now I'm going to leave the plastic of this leaf on the back. And there's a bit of a seam, but there was only one that had the seam really showing, and I'll get to that one and show you what I did to cover it up. But the polyurethane shined up the bodies, so they're not as dull looking. See, there's a gap there, but I don't think that'll be noticeable. So what I did is I also had a sprig of these gold leaves here, and I'm going to use those, just pieces of them, and I've cut 5 little pieces here, and I'm going to take the biggest one with the bigger leaves, and I'm going to cut 2 bottom ones off, and we're going to run that one right up the center here of this middle leaf. Now you can do these plain, or you can decorate them however you want to, but I like, I hope I have the right one, I guess that'll work. I thought I'd add some gold to these. I didn't add golds to the gourd one, but I thought, oh, let's do a little shimmer to these. So I'm just adding this to the orange and yellow maple leaf. And I'm going to take 2 more pieces that I'm going to cut again and just use probably 5 of these here. And I'm going to save these too. Those can go into little jewelry pieces or little pieces of resin work. There's all kinds of things we can do. Oh, it's this one I want. Let me cut that off of there. And I'm just going to, oh, they're about the same, aren't they? Anyway, I'm going to just run a bead of glue here also. And put this gold piece right there. And this is going to be the tail feathers, of course. And then we'll do a little bit of the gold for their wings. We don't need much. I want to find another bigger piece that matches that better. Let me see what I have here. Well, probably this one right here. We'll cut this one down. Right here, sorry. And we're going to put that right across here. A good amount of glue. Stick this one there. And that'll glitz up his tail feather a little bit. Now I might might cut one of these off. This one might be in the way, so we're going to get rid of that one. It won't be seen, so maybe I'll get rid of this one. Each one, you know, will turn out differently, it seems. Now, I'm going to get a big wad of glue right here on the bottom, because we're going to put that on his butt and his back side. So I'm just going to look at him this way, pull that right up to his bottom, somewhat centered. And it should be between his feet. Let me lift that up a little bit. There's the back of his feet, and I'm just going to hold that for a second until that takes hold. And I would prefer to have used super glue, but I am out. I cannot get any more out of that little gel container, so we're just going to have to go with hot glue for this one. And then, there we go, just like that. And I'm going to get some more glue and bring it right up here also towards his back. Maybe a little in here, a little in here. And we're going to bring that forward just a little bit like that. And hold. So they did turn out pretty cute, eh? I thought so. Look at those feet. I think they're pretty cool. And we're about finished. We're just going to add a little bit for wings. And I went ahead and did the other three. Now some of their wings are up, some are down. I'll show you that in just a second. Sure that's holding a little bit. Might hold another second or two. Anyway, as far as those seams go, I thought about using a little trim. I had some jute. I thought about putting some jute on there. And I thought, well, I like them better without something across the belly. But, you know, they're plastic eggs. And there's no way to get out from, you know, having them one piece, I don't think. All right. Now, I'm just going to take these little pieces here. And I tried, you know, bigger, but I like the smaller right here. I like this size right here. So I'm just going to cut that, put those aside, and I like them down with a little curve. So I'm just going to get a little glue here and here. And watch yourself, because I don't have hot glue finger protectors. Just gonna fold that one down so his wings are just little, and they're just like that. And you can use leaves for wings. I mean, you know, the actual fall leaves, pieces of those, or whatever you want. You could cut felt wings if you wanted to. I'm gonna get a little bit right here. You could use fabric, anything. As long as I think you stick with the fall colors, you'd be fine. And then we'll get the other one on. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Did I bury it? Or I flung it somewhere? It's right here. A little here. And we'll try to get that opposite of the first one. Hold that down. And there's our little turkeys with little glitz and glamour. The eyes make it though, don't they? They're a little pink, but they're a little bloodshot. So there you go. Let me grab the others and I'll show you. We have this one with his wings up. And we have this one with his wings down. And this one, I used the bigger part for the wings, and I wish I wouldn't have used that much, but I just put a little gold rope across his belly because that seam was pretty prominent. I just wanted to cover that up. So there you have the 4 little turkeys for Thanksgiving out of silk leaves, clay, and little plastic eggs. I hope you enjoyed these. I'll take a still picture and call it a day. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like these little guys. I thought they were quite fun, but I'll show you my gourd one. This is the gourd one. Now he's plain. He has no, there was just a little glitter on these leaves that actually came that way, but this is the first one, or one of the first I did many of, and this is a gourd. So once again, let me know if you want me to show you how to cure your gourds and how to clean your gourds, and we can do some fantastic things with them. So in the comments, let me know. Please hit the like and subscribe button. That lets eBay, or gosh, what am I thinking? eBay. Let's Amazon know. Now I'm all over the place. Okay, Billy, cut that out. Please hit the like and subscribe button so you can tell YouTube that you like what I'm doing. And your comments are welcome. I appreciate you so much. So take good care, everybody. Until next time. Bye.